Caitlin, and this is Patches. This mare I was asked to break from green. She was green broke, and then she was left kind of out to pasture for about 3 years. And when I was asked to green break, I noticed that her manners really weren't good. So what I worked on for the first part were her manners, because that's a big thing that I do, is manners come before I get on a horse or before I ride a horse. And so whenever you go to pet her head, she'd throw it up in the air. When you were never able to pick up her foot, you were never able to run your hand down her leg. And now she does both pretty well. You know, she has a little bit of work to do still. Whenever you would take a brush, any kind of brush under her belly, she would kick at you. And what I did to fix that was I tried the gentle approach first, because I always do that. But after I tried the gentle approach, she would still kick, and I don't stand for kicking. And so what I did is I'd take a brush and I'd just go really quickly underneath and all around, and I'd show her, nothing's wrong with this. It's not going to hurt you. You know, it's going to help you. I'm brushing up just like as I'd brush your neck or come down your leg. And so that helped her a lot, and that kind of fixed that problem. Another thing was she was very girthy, and I know sometimes that the saddle will pinch, especially if it's a big horse, but the saddle was never pinching. I tried a couple different saddles. I made sure I had one that was not pinching. So what I did to fix that problem is I put the saddle pad on. Whenever I put the saddle pad on, I jerk it around and flop it around, make sure it's making a lot of noise, see what they do. And she got to a point where she'd just stand still, so I put that on. I'd throw the saddle on, I'd make some noise with that, and I'd go to tighten it. And when I go on the other side for tightening it, when I went to tighten it, I'd make sure I'd look at her face, because she'd turn around and bite sometimes. And I'd look right at her, and I'd tighten it. And sometimes she'd swing her head around, and when she swung her head around, I'd just pop her in the nose. And every time I did that, and now I got to a point where I tighten the saddle, I can rub around her girth area and do whatever, and she really doesn't care. And once in a while she'll put her ears back, but because she doesn't like it, but her manners have really improved in that way. Out of her old ways of kicking and thrashing about. Put the saddle on, wiggle it around, make sure it's not hinging or anything. Sometimes I'll pull the saddle pad up here, keep it from hinging, make sure. I always check the other side. Always, just to make sure, positive, that nothing is going to be pinching, nothing's going to be sitting the wrong way. Because when you have a saddle on and it's just not doing well and put it on the wrong way, you're probably not going to have the greatest ride if it's annoying them. So what I did here is I just face her head. She knows I'm looking at her. She knows she's not going to get away with any kind of misbehaving. And I do tighten up slowly because it is uncomfortable. It's not a very pleasant feeling. And so I do tighten up kind of slowly, but as I do it, you can see her ears kind of go back. She's not really liking it, but she doesn't dare turn around and bite, and she doesn't dare kick at me anymore. I'll kind of throw her head up in the air a little bit once in a while, but that's something she's really getting used to, and she's really doing well with this. And one thing I always do is before I jump on, as you can see, she's blowing out her belly, and so I'll take her around, I'll walk her, and then I'll finish tightening it. So pretty much the story for this horse is I got her, they wanted her broke from green. I decided to work on manners, first of all, after talking to the owner. After I worked on the manners, everything else really came together. I worked on, you know, just getting her to be a more pleasant horse to be around. And so after that, really the riding all came naturally to her after we gained that trust between each other and after she straightened up her attitude. Okay, earlier I said she didn't like it when I ran my hands down her legs when we first started working with her. But I'm just going to show you now. We're still working on it. She still has some work to do. But now I can run my hands down her legs. She'll pick them up for me. And her back legs are a little harder, like most horses, because they are what they used to kick with. So she's a little more jolty with this, but I can still pick it up. I can still hold it. I can set it down myself. So And run the hands down all 4 legs now.